I'm Michael St. Michaels. You may know me, and then again, you probably don't. However, I am the Greasy Strangler, and I say life is all bullshit until you get to 30 screams or less. Then it becomes real.
Warning, 30 screams or less may contain spoilers about movies that have recently been released. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, come back, and enjoy the show. Or, if you don't want to waste your time watching the movie and rather have two random horror dudes watch it for you, we got you covered as well. Welcome everyone to 30 Screams or Less, a horror movie podcast where we review horror movies in 30 minutes or less. Today's movie we're going to be reviewing is called Bound to Vengeance. It's directed by, and this is going to be fun, so for some reason I have a hard time with names, and I think it's just my lisp. So
this is my favorite part of the show every week.
Okay. Directed by J.M Cravioto. Okay. Directed by J.M Cravioto.
Leviosa.
Leviosa. It's not a Leviosa. It's
Leviosa.
a Leviosa. Oh, God. Okay. Written by Rock Shaink. Okay.
I thought we talked about this. Just say The Rock.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, okay. Written by The Rock Jr. and Keith Kjornes. Starring Tina Ivlev as Eve, Richard Tyson as Phil, Bianca Malinowski as Leah, and Christopher Kjornes as Ronnie. Woo!
You made it.
I did. Plot of the movie is Bound to Vengeance follows Eve, a young woman who escapes captivity from her abductor, Phil. Instead of fleeing, she forces him to take her to the other women he has kidnapped. Over one tense night, they visit multiple locations to free the captives, uncovering a larger network of abuse. As Phil manipulates her at every turn, Eve's quest for justice blurs the line between rescue and revenge. You should have seen the plot that we had before. We were just like, okay, that makes no sense.
Yeah, we got to rewrite this.
Yeah, we got to rewrite this. Actually, we used ChatGPT to rewrite this.
Don't give away our secrets.
Fuck it. Everyone uses AI these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, Corey. True horror story. Looked in the mirror this morning. My beard, an absolute nightmare. Dry, wild, looked like it clawed its way out of a crypt.
That's terrifying, man. Did you hit it with that beard octane?
Oh, yeah. Beard wash, conditioner, beard oil brought it back from the dead.
Fellas, don't let your beard turn into a creature feature. Keep it alive and kicking with Beard Octane.
And right now, hit beardoctane.com. Use code 30screams10, get 10% off. Save some cash and save your beard from becoming a horror show.
Bad beard day? We've had plenty. Beard Octane's the fix. We swear by it.
Silver Screen Con 4 returns to Worcester, Mass. this September 12th through the 14th at the DCU Center. Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, Skeet Ulrich, Roger L. Jackson, David Howard Thornton, Damian Leone, Samantha Scafidi, Catherine Corcoran, Leah Boise, Kane Hodder, Tyler Main, Ken Kersinger, Will Sandin, and more. Get your tickets, RIP, and weekend passes now at silverscreencon.com.
So with that said, 30 Screams or Less starts now. Corey, what did you think of Bound to Vengeance?
This was actually quite gut-wrenching. You have the main character, Eve, breaking free from her captor, Phil. Seeing her quest for revenge on the people kidnapping all of these women was so satisfying. I also really liked how they built the character of Eve from a victim to the hero of the film. So much so that I found myself rooting for her redemption. Plus, I also like a good revenge film. It's right up there with torture for me as far as genres go.
Oh, yeah. Revenge films are great, man. I love them because these heroes, they just dive into depravity, essentially. Like, they're so lost and focused on revenge that everything in their wake is just destroyed and collateral damage. And that's what this was. Because this girl, her kill ratio, not great, let me tell you, because she killed 2 good people and then killed like 2 bad people. So she's kind of 50-50 here. It's like, whoops. Well, I mean, the first kill, accidental, we could say. But No, she chased her out.
Oh, yeah. That girl, like, what was it? A pitchfork she fell on?
I thought it was a fence, like through the neck. She's freaking out. She's running out of this house and trips over some sort of like pipe or whatever, like one of those plastic things that you usually run under the ground for wires. Tripped on that, fell on the fence, right through her neck. DED dead. First death. And that wasn't even by the hands of the captor. And this guy, as far as I am aware, did not kill a single person.
No.
In this movie.
Not at all.
Or at all. We don't know. I mean, I'm sure he was involved in the deaths of these girls just by like the kind of line of work that he's in, which is housing these women. And the original synopsis that we had, like the whole plot, said that he was a sexual predator. But I don't know if that can be considered a sexual predator, because what he's doing is, I don't even think he's the one kidnapping these girls.
No, he's
I
just
think
kind of caring for him, I think.
Yeah, he called himself the zookeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I think all these girls are just getting kidnapped and they're being brought to his various places where I don't know if he owns them all or if it's just he's part of this ginormous network that all own these buildings and they're just like safe houses.
So you mentioned he refers to himself as a zookeeper. Did you catch the kind of spoiled the twist right there?
Oh, no, I didn't. What did he say? Other than the zookeeper, what did he say about it?
That Eve's boyfriend, Ronnie, was involved in the whole thing.
Oh, so he did spoil it.
And then at the end,
Now-
they kind of, when we get that reveal, we find out that Ronnie was the one inside of that fourth house.
Yep.
I was like, God damn it, they kind of said this in the beginning.
Yeah, and we just glossed right over it. The twists in this movie were actually really well done. I enjoyed it, and it's crazy that I didn't even pick up on that because he could have technically been a throwaway character. Like, this girl got kidnapped, that she was away from her boyfriend, and she's finding her way back to him type deal. We've seen it before. So I'm thinking, probably a throwaway character. I still don't know his full involvement, though, in this whole scheme. So what I was thinking, do you remember in Hostel where you have the good-looking people? They're always the ones that are trying to bring in like these group of like young guys or young girls to party in Bratislava. So maybe he's the good-looking one that kind of infiltrated his way into Eve's life and had her kidnapped. So, I mean, obviously the long play.
It's the long play, and what also was weird to me is like the movie opens up, we see Eve, what we think she's sleeping, and I'm like, she's not sleeping. There's no way.
Right.
She has a brick right next to the bed.
Mm-hmm.
How did that get there?
Yeah, he questioned that too, but we don't know. I'm assuming it was just there. I mean, it's an old-looking basement. But in that case, you would think he'd be smart enough by now to go, you know what, that could be a weapon. I think I'm going to maybe get that out of here.
Yeah.
But I guess not. So we don't really know. Movie magic, I guess.
Yeah, the brick just appeared because of movie magic.
Yeah, it just spawned, just like a health kit or some shit.
A health kit?
Just,
We're going to get
or like-
sponsored by Fortnite at this point.
Yeah, why not? Oh my God.
We talk about them every week.
Yeah, and can we get like skins of us? Yeah, that would be hysterical. I don't know why Epic hasn't like partaken in that yet.
What, reached out to us for a sponsorship?
Yes, that. No. Custom skins. Like people could pay a little extra, have their own skins made, and then you get to play them in the game.
Okay. I mean, everyone else gets skins. Why can't we?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck? I mean, Ninja gets a skin. Come on. It doesn't matter. Same with Marshmallow. It doesn't matter. Get 30 Screams or less skins in there.
Right? I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that idea
We can be
too.
part of their Halloween thing this year.
Hell yeah. I say we do that. We'll just talk to Epic. You know what? Don't ask, don't get.
Right?
Right? So you never know. You go to Epic. You say, hey, Halloween season's coming. We're a Halloween or a horror podcast. Why not put our skins in there? And then they'll go, fuck it. You got $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000? I guess. Sure. But who knows? Maybe we'll see what happens. You're on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, maybe they'll do it. Who knows? But I think we should stop going on our little tangent here about Fortnite because no one gives a shit about Fortnite but us. So let's go back into the actual movie.
How is it that we always go off on tangents on movies that we like?
I don't know, man. Maybe because, okay, so here's my theory. We love the movies. We think they're great, and we don't want to talk too much about them because we want people to see them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like
maybe
that explanation.
Or yeah, I like that explanation as opposed to the explanation of you and I just have ADD and we mention one thing and it goes off the fucking rails.
Well, I mean, that's the true part, so.
That is the true part. So, yeah, I definitely enjoyed this movie.
Did you know that they filmed this movie in 20 days?
20 days?
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's not bad.
Yeah, pretty cool little fun fact I found in my research there. 20 days they filmed this entire thing.
Oh, I love the fun facts. We should do something like a fun facts, like fun facts with Corey. And then,
New bit?
yeah, like a new bit.
I don't know if I'll be able to come up with something every week, but I
You
can.
just pull them off IMDb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Fun facts
We'll figure
with
it out.
Corey.
Yeah, only if you do the echo like that, if you edit that in somehow.
I can make it happen for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Probably not this week, but I'll play around a little bit. I'll get like the whole snapback going, all that.
All right.
So fuck it. It'll be fun. So yeah, she manages to escape via hitting this guy in the face with a brick. So at first I'm like, why doesn't she just get in the fucking van and drive off? She has all these keys now and she doesn't drive off. I'm like, what is she doing? Not thinking that later on it unveils that he has the van keys. These are a whole different set of keys for all the girls. So I had these questions as I'm watching the movie, and they're being answered almost immediately after, which is great because I'm like, okay, things are just being tied up. I'm not finding any loose ends here, no plot holes really. Some things where I'm like, I'd like more information on that, especially like with Ronnie. So I wanted more information on that, but it's fine.
Dude, you played the two Star Wars games, right? Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order?
No.
I thought you did for some reason.
My dad did.
Okay. Well, let him know that Tina Ivlev, who played Eve in this movie, was also Night Sister Marin in the two video games.
No shit. I did not know that. Nor would I really know that anyways.
IMDb is a hell of a thing, dude.
Yep. IMDb is pretty nice. Is it kind of the same deal as Wikipedia, where people actually go on and make edits?
Yeah, I think so, because I'm looking at it right now, and there's literally an edit button.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we need to fucking fix the plot there for Bound to Vengeance.
Oh, yeah, true. I don't know if we can do that. Like, I think you can edit the casts and stuff, but I don't know if you can edit anything else.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. There's actually sites out there, like fandom sites, where you can make edits to that shit.
Oh, God.
I learned all, yeah. There's one that I'm on. It's like a horror fandom site. Horror movie fandom.
This only has a 27 Metascore.
Yeah, the Horror Film Wiki. It's actually pretty cool. I contributed to it.
What is it?
It's the Horror Film Wiki. So it's horror.fandom.com.
That's too long. I hate it. Put it in a URL shortener.
No.
No.
No, that's not too long. I'll send it your way. But yeah, occasionally I contribute to it. I add movies that are on there. What's that wrestling horror movie that we reviewed?
Dark Match.
No, not Dark Match. Further back.
Oh, it was on Shudder. Back for Blood.
Back for Blood? No. Was it Back for Blood?
I think
because I think I screwed that up, like via a Twitter post, and they're like, "No, it's not back."
Oh, you're right. Blood for Blood.
Blood for Blood. That's it. So I actually
it isn't.
No, what is it?
Movie Blood Shudder. Blood for Blood.
That's band name.
I know. That's why I was like, why did he just take that and run with it? Here for Blood.
Because, what is it? Here for Blood?
Here for Blood.
Okay. So the story is the movie's called Here for Blood. And when I was posting it on social media, the joke was I posted Back for Blood. And the director was like, no, it's called Here for Blood. Back for Blood is the sequel. I'm like, oh. That's not even out yet. I don't even think they filmed it or anything like that. But I love that movie. That was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was
good. It was better than Dark Match.
It was definitely better than Dark Match. Dark Match was weird. That movie went off the fucking rails at the end. I'm like, I'm done. I can't. Fucking, like, these weird CGI demons. This is fucking odd. So let's go back into the movie that we're actually reviewing, as opposed to talking about old movies. We should do one of those clip type shows. You know how, like, sitcoms, they'll be like, remember this time? And then we just post clips from previous episodes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be good. Why not? I feel like that would be tough to do. We would really have to think about, like, the movies we want to talk about, and then we maybe do it. I don't know. So we are wasting time. So much time.
There's no such thing as wasting time with this.
No, there really isn't. So, yeah. She nails this guy with a brick. She's trying to leave. She goes back, gets the keys from him, not before taking a shower and all that stuff. So, like, okay, you do you. I mean, she was covered in blood and shit anyway, so might as well. But there were a lot of things at the beginning that were being referenced but not being acknowledged. And this is where the twist comes in at the end. So him talking about how she was responsible for the death of the girl in the room, in the corner of the room. Mm-hmm. He mentioned that a few times, but it just flew under the radar a little bit. Like, they didn't really go too in depth on it. And later we find out that girl in the corner of her room
was her sister.
Ugh. So, rough. And so I think she did kill her sister to put her out of her misery, you know, being stuck in this room.
Maybe because she didn't seem too, like, bent out of shape about it when she found out, you know?
Right. Yeah. So I think the way that she killed her sister was maybe anaphylactic shock, because
gave her some peanuts.
Maybe he said, I made the soup the way that you like it. And so she probably asked for it to be made a certain way where she knows that her sister is allergic and she would die from it, putting her out of her misery.
Maybe that's entirely possible, because like the movie is left very open-ended.
Yes.
So there were a lot of things that kind of left to the imagination. So, you know, maybe that's true.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at the end, we get quite the cliffhanger. We don't know if there's like a dead wife, dead kid situation. All we know is that, well, okay, the movie's 10 years old at this point. I'm not worried about spoiling it, because if you haven't seen it by now, sorry, not sorry. So the spoiler is she brings Phil back to his actual house. Apparently, Phil is a family man. You know, has a wife and kid, nice home, all that stuff. I'm thinking that Phil has just this like really shitty, gross looking setup, and he lives in like a weird, decrepit looking house. But no, he's just a regular person. And she dropped him off at the house covered in blood, like blood everywhere.
Dude, this guy got his ass beat the whole movie.
The whole entire movie. I like what she did at the beginning where she had that pole with the like wire on the end.
So she basically like homemade, I don't know what the term is, but animal control uses those.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a pole with a rope on the end, and it's to control the dog and keep them at bay so you don't get friggin' ripped apart. Mm-hmm. So she did the same exact thing to him, and it was so smart because, you know, she's got the gun, she's got this pole, and this guy can't do anything. He's at her mercy. So my main question at the beginning of the film was, this guy is holding all the cards, because if she kills him, all those girls die.
Right, because no one knows where they are.
Yeah. So the only thing he has to benefit from this whole thing is that maybe she'll let him live if he helps her. Other than that, she's fucked. She could be like, okay, I'm going to shoot him. Like, he could have just sat there and be like, I'm not doing shit. Fuck it. You're not going to shoot me either, because if you shoot me, these girls are going to die. So she holds no power. But he folded when he knew that, like, okay, maybe she can shoot me in the face.
Yep.
But yeah, she was brutal, man. Things didn't pan out too well for her at the beginning. She's trying her best to save these girls. First one, like I said, ran into a fence, like, you know, and it went through her neck, DED dead. And then the next girl, I think she had Stockholm Syndrome, because she's chained up almost like very BDSM style.
Yeah, that contraption she was in was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was very Saw-esque with the whole thing on the face. But then she's like chained up, and it almost looked like she was wearing latex. That's like the thing in like the BDSM world. And I'm thinking maybe that was it. Maybe that's how he kidnapped her, because she's thinking like, oh, okay, met this guy. He's going to do some BDSM shit to me, and I'm just going to hang out here. And there's people that have like things. They're like, there will be masters and slaves in that world. Have you ever heard of this shit?
No.
I'm going to inform you then.
All right.
Okay. So there's like masters and slaves, like gimps, right? Mm-hmm. Gimps are slaves. Obviously, you've seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That's a gimp. And the police officer, he would be like the master. It's like situations like that. There's always one person that's in control, and then there's the other person that's the submissive. Mm-hmm. I should say dominant and submissive, dom and sub. So I'm thinking maybe that's what's happening here, is that this girl's a sub, and she's thinking that Phil is a dom, and she's just doing her thing like they normally would in that kind of world. And then when Phil says she's here to take your place, she lost it. So either she was thinking this is more of a sexual thing, and that this other girl is supposed to take that away from her and she freaked out, or she has Stockholm Syndrome. I think it could have gone either way, to be honest. But it was never really fully explained. I think in that instance, though, I don't think we were supposed to get an explanation.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, leaving this movie open-ended the way that they did and not answering a lot of questions that we had. And granted, like you said, this came out 10 years ago, so maybe a sequel's never going to happen, but maybe it was the original intention. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think, let's say in a situation like that, someone is not thinking clearly and their mind is racing. You don't know what the hell they're thinking. So all this shit happens. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what the consequences are. Shit just happens. And then you go, well, I don't fucking know. It just happened. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just kind of the whole deal here. We don't know what happened. It just happened. And sometimes it's fine. We don't need an explanation for everything. I like getting more explanation on things, especially when it seems more pivotal, like Ronnie.
Yeah.
I wanted more on that.
I get it, and I agree with you somewhat, but I also like how this movie ended in such a way where it doesn't really explain what just happened. Like, she's just walking towards the screen at the end there after that child shuts the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it just ends, and we don't know what happened after that.
No idea whatsoever. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's left up for interpretation, and I'm more than fine with it. It's when you do the whole, like, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, but there's no, like, reason why that happened or an explanation. It's just like this and this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
Then you're like, what the fuck am I even watching? Matt Stone and Trey Parker, there's an infamous video of them talking about this happened and therefore this happened. Have you seen this video?
I don't think so.
No, they're talking about how to write. So if it's like, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and it's like, it's just things are happening over and over and over, and then you lose the audience because they're just like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's happening. It's just a bunch of shit going on. But the way they write, it's like, this happens, and then therefore this happens, but then this happens, therefore that happens. There's like a flow to it. So I thought there was a nice flow to this movie. And as I said, nothing really too up to debate. I mean, we can leave some mystery in movies. That's the whole beauty of some of these movies. Mm-hmm. And I think we got that out of this film. So, yeah, man, I enjoyed it. Yeah, so we got the second girl. She died. Well, actually, Eve killed her, shot her. So this is where you're like, okay, is this the trend? Is Eve just going to be going house to house and killing these girls accidentally? And we're just like, okay, this is interesting. But no, she finally gets to the third place where she actually does save a girl. So I'm like, okay, now we're back on track here with what's supposed to be happening. But I would have found it hilarious if she just killed every single girl. Like, just in some weird happenstance.
Like, she sets out to save them all and ends up killing them all instead.
Yeah. I think that would turn more into a comedy than anything. Like, they would just continuously think of stupid stuff. Like, the girl would run out of that room dressed almost like a doll, and she falls down the stairs and dead. And it's like...
D.E.D.?
D.E.D. dead. And it's like, okay. And then, like, I don't know, maybe the other girls, they all somehow stub their toe and they all die. And D.E.D. dead.
They stub their toe and die?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them. Yeah.
Gangrene or something.
Yeah, exactly. They all stubbed their toe like a week ago, and they're getting gangrene and they're all dying. Slowly D.E.D. dead. But that didn't happen. It actually ended up turning out that she saved the third girl. She saved the fourth girl, which is in the fourth house, and that's where Ronnie was. But, oh, no, I'm sorry. The fourth girl technically is that building where there was like a slew of girls. It wasn't just one girl. There was like a whole group of them just hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of captive.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them captive. So she's there with this new girl that she saved, and the new girl's like, we have to do something. But Eve is like lost. She's gone. She's just in kill mode at this point, and it's all she's thinking about. Kill mode and saving every girl mode. But the thing is, it's infinite. This is all has to do with human trafficking.
Yeah.
And human trafficking, man, that's, as much as I hate to say, it's big business. A lot of bad people do that shit, and it sucks. I was just watching Lethal Weapon 4, and they were doing human trafficking in it, and it's like 60,000 a head in that. And that's like early 90s.
Yeah.
Who knows what it is these days?
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking creeps out there, so.
They are. Oh, God, there's so many assholes out there. Those people deserve a special place in hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. There's just some people that deserve the death penalty. I think human traffickers are pretty much on that list. Those are just bad people, man. Just really bad people. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah, I don't want to go too much more into that because that's a whole different wormhole. And people be like, I don't think the death penalty should be a thing. And I'm not going into it. I'm just saying that some people just don't deserve to be on this earth.
I will absolutely agree with that.
Yes. There we go. Okay. So we finally make it to that last house when we've already kind of been talking about it. And she shows up. Ronnie's there. I knew throughout this movie that Ronnie had some sort of role in this. And I'm like, watch. Ronnie's going to be either behind the whole thing or he's going to be like a willing participant or something. Because he apparently went to all these places looking for her. So he knew about these places. So she gets there. Finds Ronnie there at the house. Obviously, she's suspicious because her boyfriend is freaking hanging out at the house where there's supposed to be a girl captain.
I love how she just walks in and he's snoozing in the recliner.
Yeah, sleeping like a baby. Kidnapping a girl. She's hanging out in the other room. He's sleeping like a baby on the couch.
I do like what Phil said to Eve as she got out of the car, though.
Wait, what did she say again?
Or he says to her, he's like, you're not going to like what you find in there or something like that.
He wasn't wrong.
Yeah, because he knew she was going to find her boyfriend.
Yeah. Phil was definitely a douche, but he got everything that he deserved in that movie. So
did Ronnie too, man. She made him disappear.
Oh, yeah. He was just blown away. We didn't see it happening. We just saw a shit ton of flashing happening. And the next thing we see is her coming outside the house covered in blood.
Did you notice that? Because I did notice that she had a revolver, six bullets. She put all 6 of them into Ronnie.
Oh, yeah. She was fucking
Like
pissed.
I counted the gunshots. It was all 6.
You counted the gunshots.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Sometimes I forget to do that because that's when you really find out that shit is not accurate in a movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, so I know that she has a revolver in her hand and those are 6 bullets in a chamber. Is she going to shoot 12 rounds in, succession here? Or are they going to keep it true to what she was actually carrying? Because there were points in this movie where I feel like she shot more than 6 bullets. And then she would pull, I don't remember where or how she got extra bullets, but she had like ammo in her pocket.
Yeah.
And she was pulling bullets out and putting them back in. But there were times when I did lose count of the bullets because I feel like they kind of goofed.
They might have. In those instances, it's kind of hard to keep track. You're just assuming that, okay, there's like this gunfight happening right now and shit's just going down. But to the normal person who's not really looking at this like objectively, like just really honed in, making sure there's no fuckery happening, you're not paying attention.
Mm.
However, I'd like that you actually did pay attention to that because it's these little things where you're like, wait a second. Why does she have so many bullets? Or like, why is she shooting this thing so much? We know there's only a few bullets in this thing. So I like that you actually pointed that out. So I thought, yeah, they were pretty true to that ending there and just blowing that kid away, man. He was blown to smithereens. But, okay, so now here's where it gets interesting. Did she reload the gun before walking out of the house and opening fire on the van?
She had to. I mean, I feel like they showed her reloading the gun when she came out of the house.
Oh, maybe they did, and I just missed it.
But I also didn't understand. So she's shooting the van from the side, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice that bullet holes were appearing in the windshield of the van?
Yeah.
How?
And he didn't get shot at, I don't know, movie magic.
She was shooting it from the side, and bullets were appearing in the windshield.
No, it was like the movie Wanted, right? Where they're
curving?
Yeah, they're curving the bullets. She's just out there freaking whipping the bullet, like whipping the gun and all this shit. The fucking crazy movie. Okay, so yeah, she's firing at the van. Doesn't hit him once. Like, not at all. Like, wow, she's a shitty shot,
She's a
apparently.
fucking gunslinger the rest of the movie, but then she can't hit a guy that's right in front of her.
Yeah, this guy is just sitting in the front seat and she's unloading and not a single bullet hits him. But before Ronnie was brutally eliminated from this movie, she got an address, and the address is Phil's family. And when Phil saw the address, he fucking lost his mind. Like I said, at this point, I didn't even realize that he had a family. But then again, think of it this way. Serial killers, right? I mean, I'm not saying he's a serial killer. He's a zookeeper. Serial killers, most of them tend to have these families, and they lead these normal lives, and you just have no idea that they're doing this shit. And so Phil, the same thing. You know, he is doing all these bad things, probably, well, definitely making a shit ton of money for the family, and they have no idea. They just think probably he's a businessman. He's away on trip, doing shit, whatever. So he was worried about her going in the house and just fucking killing the family. And that would have been gnarly, dude.
I feel like she was at that point mentally where she would have.
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. That would have made it for a fucking nightmare of an ending. If she just goes in, she kills the wife, kills the kid, comes out and says, now we're even. or something, right?
Damn, okay.
That would have been fucking cold. Oh, I kind of would have liked it.
Me too.
Yeah. So she ends up just dropping him off. But then I think she has a change of heart and decides to just go back. But again, this is where we're now like thinking about what the hell happened, because is she thinking that she's going back to the house and like doing this whole scenario in her head, or did she actually do it?
Oh, no, I think she did.
Oh, you think she did?
Yeah, I think she did.
Yeah, I feel like she did.
She wanted to see where Phil lived and like what kind of maybe life he had outside of being a zookeeper for these women that have been kidnapped.
Yep. And you know what? She wouldn't even have to kill him. She could just say the whole thing to the wife and just be like, this is what your husband's doing, and this is why I'm here.
Yeah, but I think the mother or the wife or whatever she was might have been in on the whole thing.
Oh, what if? There's a sequel.
Yeah.
The mother's the captor.
The ringleader.
Oh, yeah. She's the ringleader of the whole thing. She just has this whole network of people she works with, and they kidnap young girls. I don't know. That would be cool. I don't know if we'll ever get a sequel. If anything, we'd probably get a remake.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't remade this yet.
Yeah. I mean, shit, movies have been remade in fucking no time. What's the movie? Night Shift? Is that the one?
Oh, yeah. And the sequel is called Malum, I think.
Yeah. It's not a sequel. It's a
remake.
A complete remake by the same director.
The same director, and for some reason they changed the title of the movie.
Yeah. I don't get it. So I don't know if he's like, you know what? The first one was good, but now we have a bigger budget. Let's do it again. It's like, okay. That's like taking an album that you just made, being in a band. You're going, I like it, but we just came into some money. I think we're going to re-record it. It's like, okay. I mean, Meshuggah did it with nothing.
They re-recorded that?
Yeah. There's nothing, and then they did like a new version of it, which is them using their 8 strings.
Oh.
As opposed to...
Made it
like,
heavier.
I think it was heavier. I actually prefer the version where they're not using 8 strings. It's just noisier and heavier. Well, it's not heavier. It's just noisier and more chaotic sounding.
I never knew this.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, check it out. You'll hear the difference, and then you'll realize, like, I think I like the original more. It just hits differently. So we've been talking about this for a while. That's pretty much the ending anyways. So, Corey, what do you give Bound to Vengeance?
4 out of 5 for me. I enjoyed this quite a bit. It definitely took some time to get going, but once it did, it didn't let up. I really liked the use of sounds, and the dark lighting throughout the movie was really well done as well. I'd like to see a sequel happen because I need to know what Eve is up to, but who knows if we'll ever get that.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get it. Again, we'd probably get a remake before we get a sequel, and if we get a sequel, it would be off of the remake.
Yeah.
Which, who knows, maybe the same director will do it, or they'll hire some other friggin' big name director, and whatever. So same thing for me. I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5 on this as well. I enjoyed it. It was a good suspense thriller, but as we said before, there's like a fine line between thriller and horror movies. So I might put this more in thriller. Some people might even think of it as like almost a torture porn horror type movie, which perfectly fine, can go either way. The violence in this was great. I loved it. I really enjoyed the twists as well. There were 2 of them, one being the Ronnie involved in this and the girl in the room, which was her sister. And I was just thinking it was a friend the whole time. Had no idea it was the sister till the end. I'm still not fully sure on what Ronnie's role in it was, but like you said, maybe we'll get a sequel or remake and we'll get that fucking cleared up. Who knows? There were times in this movie where I was so engaged in wondering what was going to happen next. And that's what you want from a movie. And then when things were happening, I was getting resolution. I love that. I like things almost being kind of explained and things making sense, getting more information. So I thought I got a lot of that from this movie, so that I was really enjoying it, even though I fell asleep last night trying to fucking do these notes, man. But that's my fault. I ate a shit ton of meat and drank a bunch of beers. So.
Meat sweats.
Dude, I sent you that thing.
Yeah,
man.
you sent me the picture and I was like, what in the world is that?
Yeah, for the audience, I went to, like, I'm still doing my freaking whole outro here, but I went to Smoky Bones last night with a friend, and they have this thing called the campfire, and it's like this ginormous fucking bowl that comes out, and inside it is coal, and the thing's on fire, and there's a grate on top, and on top of that grate is just a shit ton of meat. That's all it is. It's just chicken breasts, chicken wings, steak, ribs, sausage, kielbasa. There's some veggies in there like onions and peppers, stuff like that. And then, fries, like potato wedge deals.
Why the fuck are we plugging a restaurant?
I'm not plugging a restaurant. I'm just saying that's what I had. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, well,
you know,
we
I am
want
technically-
sponsorship from Smoky Bones now.
Smoky Bones, hook it up. So going back into my whole little spiel here, acting was decent. Score I thought was good. Pretty standard stuff for this type of indie film, but overall a good film. Sure, it's a decade old at this point, but that's no reason to not watch it. So if you find Bound to Vengeance on some streaming service, give it a watch. All right, everyone, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube. Leave us a 5-star review on all podcast platforms so we can get some more exposure. Of course, tell your friends. Both our intro and outro music are courtesy of Andrew Scott Bell. Be sure to check out Andrew on all major streaming platforms. And if you see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on vinyl in the wild, be sure to pick it up. We're also part of the Shining Wizards Network. Be sure to visit shiningwizardsnetwork.com. They're an awesome podcast network ranging from wrestling to heavy metal, horror, all that good stuff. So check that out. Visit 30screamsorless.com for all previous episodes and transcripts to go with those episodes. Also, check out beardoctane.com for their whole line of grooming supplies. And be sure to use the code 30screams10 at checkout for 10% off your order. And if there's anything you want us to review, send an email to 30screamsorless@gmail.com or hit us up on social media. Use hashtag 30screamsorless. And also, we have some awesome merch for sale on our website, so definitely check that out. If you go to our website, at the very top, there's a shop link. Click that link, and you'll see all sorts of shirts, hats, mugs, things like that. If you buy it, it helps going towards our hosting costs. I'm Steve.
I'm Corey.
And thanks for listening to 30 Screams or Less. And don't forget to drink your beans.